My name is Eric Galioto, driving for Hildreth out from Stafford, Virginia. Altogether, like 30 years with North American, about 10 years, United and Mayflower for 20 years. I run the machine for the company, and I lost my thumb. So when you lost the thumb, so you think like you cannot do something like small stuff, you know. So I watched the television, then they show about a truck driving school. So I said, all right, why don't we jump in there and go from there, you know. I go in there for a week for general knowledge, and I passed it. All hard for me too, because English is my second language. And I passed the learner permit. The second week, I had to be in the yard skill, and they let me stay in the cab. And I look at the cab and say, oh my God, it's so big. I went home and I told my wife, I say, honey, I think I give it up. So the next day I woke up and my wife asked me, where you going? I say, I'm going back to school. She said, I thought you give up. I say, no, I'm the man, I'm not giving up. So I go from there, not too far from my home. They got a moving company over there. I saw a lot of truck, but I don't know much about moving business, you know. So I went there, applied for the job, and I love it because, deal with all kind of people, you know. Yeah, I've been driving for Hildreth more than 10 years. With Hildreth, they got a high reputation. I see the truck a lot on the road. I mean, they got more tonnage than anyone else. And that's why, I stay with Hildreth until now. I love all technology right there, and I learn everything, and I like it. The flat inventory and the try, it helped us a lot with paperless. I never used radio on my truck at all, never. The truck, I made 4 trucks, and my radio, if you take them out, it's still brand new. I love to hear the noise of an engine, because if something goes wrong, I can tell right away. If you turn on the music, and then, you cannot tell like something break out in your truck, So that's why every day I should go my job to treat customer like everyone VIP. Doesn't matter on the special interest and say that's VIP. Every day, just like that. And, somehow I get a phone call from George Daniel. He's the president of Hildreth, and he congratulated me. And I surprised, I say, wow, I am van operator of the year. So just really excited, really happy. So I just say, do your job right and done everything right every day. So one day you should be like van operator.